Okay, this I'm doing this video of because this isn't the first time this has happened, and I'm wondering, everybody out there, let me just get myself situated. I was, but then I wasn't. I had an object or a product that I ordered online on Amazon. Have any of you been bait and switched like this? Because I'm pretty sure how this is going to play out because it's happened before. It's happened before. You order something refurbished, excellent, right? Have it in 3 days. And it even had, I swear to God, it had a Prime logo when I ordered it, but now it doesn't when I go back to look at it. And it's like, have it in 3 days. It was supposed to be delivered today, actually. I ordered it like 3 days ago. And order placed, thank you for your order, blah, blah, blah. So I check it. And I check it. I have a screenshot of it because I know you guys have had this happen, and I'd really like to know if there's any grounds for like some kind of a big class action suit or something, or maybe getting the seller deleted and permabanned. Two things that happened. So I ordered that. Usually the night before it's supposed to be at your door, you'll see it pop over to shipped. It's like, bloop, shipped. And then the next day, sometime during that, it may be late the next day. That's how it usually works, when you have Prime. So it doesn't ship, it just says ordered. It doesn't ship, just says ordered, as these days are going by, And it's quite a bit of money tied up in that. But anyway, not enough to hurt me, but enough to piss me off about it. So the night before, ordered. The next day, ordered today. So I correspond with them because the first thing you need to do when you do the A to Z guarantee is you have to correspond with the seller. So I sent him a little message. I said, just need to know, is there a complication with shipping? Is there anything? I noticed it hasn't switched over to shipped from ordered, and this is the delivery day. That's what I put on there. No response. Nothing. I get nothing back from these people. And then all of a sudden it goes, blip, now arriving a week from today. Maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't, I didn't want it a week from today. If I wanted it a week from today, I could have ordered it from anywhere. I wanted it so that it could be here and in use on the day that it arrives, getting set up and used, And thank God, the guy who originally sold me this Chromebook that I'm sitting here with, he came through. I thought he was going to ghost me, and that's why I went ahead and, because he kind of dropped communications for like over a day and no answer to anything because we were trying to organize how to get this to my house. Well, he came through, thank God. In fact, I'm filming it on this machine right now. But that's another rabbit hole. Anyway, so yeah, no correspondence. The day changes. Now, I gotta wait a whole other week for this thing, and I don't even know if it's going to arrive. And this is the weird thing. When I ordered that thing, and you gotta be careful with this. This is something I figured out. With refurbished equipment, there's all these little armpit of the earth, little hole in the wall people that have these storefronts. This is a weird thing, because contacting the guy was amazing. It says, Think Refurbished was the name of the storefront. And then I go in there and I find out, no, that's a storefront of another storefront. And it was some kind of Indian name storefront from some middle of nowhere place out in God fucking knows, East Timbuktu, bumblefuck Egypt, who knows. And so yeah, I can't communicate with them beyond that first storefront. If you try to go to the original one, you can't contact them. So what they do is they have this little outfit, and I guess this is why getting these people in trouble, or if they get banned, they don't care. They're a front for another one, which is a front for another one, which is a front for another one. They just roll over to another name, and they keep their original one. So the original seller, he looks good, man. His ratings are like super duper. But these little shells he has, you look at the seller reviews, and it's scary. Don't look at the product review. Go look at the seller reviews. Anyway, So that's where I sit. I'm sitting here. Now I gotta, because I don't know who the fuck is shipping it. It hasn't been shipped yet. It might have never been on the boat. It might have never been in the country. It's interesting that it's going to take a whole damn week, plus or minus some, to get this thing here. And the Prime logo, which I always, when I shop for these things, I flip that little switch up there in the corner. It says, you know, it's up here. Prime. All Prime. And so when I purchased this thing, it was Prime. It said Prime. Now I go back to the listing. That little Prime logo is gone. Yeah. This isn't the first time that's happened. I had other things that never frickin' arrived that I bought Prime, and they just for weeks. And I had to resolve it through Amazon themselves, because there's no communication from the seller or anything. And it's basically, if you think about it, this is basically a bait and switch. I will bet anybody, I'll bet you $20 that refurbished excellent, no cosmetic damage, I guarantee you when that thing arrives, it's going to be a piece of shit with cracks and scratches and damaged key. It's going to be some weird thing wrong with it. Because that's how this stupid shit works. And so what this is doing, Walmart's online sales setup, their networking has come a long way. And you know what I bet? I bet if I have a problem through them, I bet I can resolve it pretty goddamn fast. Instead of this, now I gotta wait. Yeah, now arriving July 15th. Or no, it's like 11th to the 15th. Now they've kind of tacked it down to Thursday. Now they're saying, now arriving Thursday. You know, this is the kind of bullshit you get. If this is what you do to Prime members, you know, you let this kind of shit go on, why do I even need to bother with that? I can get better results, and I have right here what I'm using. I got better results through Facebook Marketplace, and that's sad. Do better, Amazon. I'm seriously considering, you know, if this is the kind of shit every other time I buy something, you know, and I don't buy a lot of things there, it's every so often, but every other time I buy something electronic or otherwise, I've had the Prime logo in the listing disappear and shit take forever to arrive. I have some shelves I never got. They're still sitting on the dock somewhere in Taipei Bing Bong, you know. Who knows? They never came. And that was the one I had to fight. I had to fight to get that money back. So they always, when you go in there, it's always, they have the assumption that you are wrong. And this whole now arriving crap. Now arriving. I didn't order no arriving. I ordered delivered on XYZ day. If you can't fucking guarantee to a Prime member, you know, you're paying for this. I'm paying for this. I'm paying for the privilege of Prime, for getting my stuff fast, you know, within 3 days. No. And these they're little grab ass sons of bitches, these ones that do this. These Abu Dhabi marketplaces and stuff like that, or Shenzhen or whatever. I don't know. They're usually, especially with these third-party sellers. And it's like I said, if you report them or turn them in, a lot of them, if you look at their storefront, when you go to the reviews, you'll see that it's attached to another one. And sometimes it's attached to another one. So getting back to the original, they're all shells. It's like nesting dolls. So if Amazon knocks it off, they just put another layer on. They just open up as another seller and attach it. You know, it's horse shit. It's true horse shit. I mean, this kind of stuff makes me want to, if they had it in a brick and mortar store somewhere, I'd go buy it there. But they don't. And that's why. These little grab asses are taking advantage of the fact that you can't really get it anywhere else easily. Well, you know, easily. Facebook Marketplace. You know, if you want to deal with some pretty crazy stuff in and of its own self. There's some pretty good horror stories on there, but still, you represent yourself as ABC, and then when you go to get something or use the service, it's XYZ and a few Greek letters after. And So, yeah. Be mindful of that. That is a terrible way to treat your subscribers. What am I paying now? I think, what is it, like $20 a month for that? I forget. I gotta look on my bank statement. But this is stupid. You're paying for a premium service and they give you like bus full of chicken and pig from Bangladesh service, you know. It's stupid. It's really stupid. And I would say it's going to hurt them in the end. I mean, I got a Walmart down the street here, and I've got their online service. They'll actually bring it to the store, so I can go up to the store and get it if they don't bring it to my door. So I don't have to have all these weird pickup locations for some things, you know, or whatever, if I had to do that. You know, it's all integrated quite a bit better. Amazon's got logistics, but their logistics are shit right now. They really need to fix that. Oh, it's the employees. They don't treat their employees. You know what? Logistics and whatnot, who cares? The employees don't even come into this. This is some bizarre market stall somewhere in the middle of fucking nowhere. Third world trash pile, back street. You know, and I don't diss the poor, but a lot of your bullshit comes from there. A lot of your bullshit comes from those places. And I'm not paying a monthly premium for bullshit. I'm paying a monthly premium to get my shit in a timely fashion without having to put on my fucking boxing gloves and go fight with a goddamn supplier. Yeah. So that's all I got to say about that. Do with it what you will. I know you people out there, quite a few of you, especially now, it's in recent times, I know that you're dealing with the same shit. We should all get together and compare notes. Maybe we find us a really good lawyer. Who knows? Who knows? Class action lawsuits, they've lost a lot of the power they used to have, but I bet you enough people stop using Amazon and start going back to brick and mortar, it's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them. I mean, once you've pissed everyone off, who's going to buy from you? You know, dumbasses might. But I'm seriously considering, if I can't get my shit and I'm paying for it, I don't give a crap about the videos and the da-da-da-da and the Amazon Prime Video and Amazon this and Whole Foods. I don't give two shits about that. I pay that money so my shit gets here when I order it. The time that is stated. And that's shifting the time back. And this is prime stuff that I've bought, you know. That's shifting the time back. Okay, it'll be here by Monday, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you order it. Monday comes along, now arriving. You know, what is that bullshit? That is a bait and switch. That is a bait and switch. In the old days when stores did that shit, like you go in there, and especially if it's some junk, you know, it's not what you ordered. It's not in the condition you ordered. You know, when stores would do that shit, it was a bait and switch. That's what it's called. The tactic is a bait and switch. And everybody that's subscribed to this is subject to that now. I bet Walmart doesn't bait and switch. You know, I suggest to all of you, go to Walmart.com and look at how their system is set up now. They do have third-party sellers, but they're usually larger entities like Wayfair or some other place. There are a few little guys doing stuff, but you most likely are going to get your shit in the time span that they say you're going to get your shit. It's sad now that Amazon is sunk to such a low standard now compared to how they used to be. They've basically taken commerce, the very thing that you inshitify things for, and they've inshitified commerce. How's that for you? How's that for a nesting doll? All right. Y'all have a good one.